Greetings everybody, Ashton here from MuseThemes.com. We've got a cool little widget for you today called our Scroll Progress Bar widget. Simple function, but still pretty awesome. As we scroll down the page of our live demo here, we see a nifty little progress bar inching its way across the top of our page. And as I move my scroll up and down at my own rate, the progress bar follows suit, showing me exactly how far down the page I'm sitting at any given time. It's a pretty specific function, but can still work in a variety of different ways and could fit nicely on pages like how-tos, instructional pages, recipes, articles, and much more. So let's quickly jump into Muse and take a look at how we set this up. I've got our live demo project file here with the widget removed, but before we add the widget, let's give this page a preview. There we go. And just like the live demo, we can see everything set up the same and all scrolling happens normally. Now let's pop into that library and drop the widget onto the page. And we'll keep it off of our canvas here and out of the way. The placement of the widget won't change its function at all in this case. And before we even open the settings panel, I want to preview again. And if we scroll down our page, we can see the widget already functioning. It's extremely simple and friendly to set up, leaving us only some styling options to check out. So let's do that now. Into the settings panel, we've got scroll bar position. So if you'd like it to appear on the bottom of the page instead, you can set that here. Let's go ahead and do that. Progress bar color. Let's go with a blue this time. Progress bar height set in pixels. So if we wanted it a bit more subtle, perhaps we could drop this to, say, 5. And progress bar opacity, 1 being full or 100%. So let's lower this to 0.7 to give it just a bit of transparency. Perfect. And there's one more setting to cover here in advanced called the z-index of the progress bar. Now, z-index in web design is a value of an element's stack order, or in Muse lingo, the layer that an element sits on. So in most cases, you're probably going to want your progress bar on the very topmost layer of your page so that it shows up over top of everything else on the page. But if you really do need the progress bar to maybe sit underneath something, like perhaps a logo or a navigation button, you can adjust that here using the z-index setting. So the lower the z-index value represents lower layer levels. So basically, the higher the number, the higher the layer. Right now it's set default to 999 here, as you can see, just to ensure that it sits on the top no matter what. But feel free to drop this way down if needed. So say you've got 20 elements on your page, your topmost level will be 20, and every number lower than that will layer it downward. So the trick here will be to just find the right z-index in your particular case, and it might take a little bit of trial and error. Muse generates a new z-index value every time a new element is added to the page. So probably the quickest way to find your sweet spot would be to wait until you've finished designing your page and adding this widget as the last element. And then what I would do is start it at 0, or the lowest level, and then move it up little by little until you have it right where you want it. So with all that being said, let's give this another preview to see our changes. And give it a scroll. And there we go. We've got our thinner bar, now colored blue, sitting on the bottom of our page, scrolling nice and smoothly as we move about. So that's our Scroll Progress Bar widget. Thanks again for checking this one out. If you have any questions or concerns at all or run into any performance issues, as always, drop us a note in support and we'd be glad to assist. Thanks again and have a wonderful day.